Hey guys, I guess I got a little bit of a vlog video. Nothing, there's just few random things to talk about, or that I wanted to talk about. Whether I'm gonna get a bunch of people that watch, I don't know. But anyways, so we got, like, I think I did a video already. We got all the machines working, except for the parts washers aren't wired, but we're having some issues with parts washers. Anyway, so I got to tear apart and fix some parts washer stuff. So everything's going. I have commented a couple times about a chassis dyno, and I have talked to the guys at DynoJet about buying a chassis dyno. I am kind of tight for space as far as that goes, because if I was to buy one, obviously this stuff is the stuff we kind of jammed in here for now, but the dyno would be here, and I'd have to put my 4-post hoist that I have is actually up there on the wall. I'd have to set that back up, which ties up quite a bit of space, so I'm not sure exactly how that would work. I might have to reorganize the shop again. But anyways, I had a few guys that messaged me wanting to know when I'm gonna get it. It's not quite in the works like maybe the next fall, like this coming fall, maybe. It honestly really depends. More than anything, it honestly depends on how YouTube is working out for me. Honestly, I'm hoping that the channel will grow to a sizable amount. I'm trying to put as much good content as I can out for you guys, and as much information. We'll do some cool videos. You know, I'll probably do some burnout videos and that type of stuff, because I'm like everybody else. I like doing burnouts. And you know what? I got the race truck. We're gonna do some racing this year. Hopefully, I'll have the short box all together, barring small tragedy, unless I don't have the money to finish putting it together. But anyways, we'll see. I have most of the stuff, so it might not be painted, so it might not be pretty, but we'll see what happens. But I wanted to touch base on it because I have said it a few times, and a couple guys messaged me on Instagram about it. Because what I want to do with the dyno, what I plan on doing with the dyno is, let me put you guys up here. Pain to hold and try to talk at the same time. So what I'm planning on doing with the dyno is I want to do comparisons. You see a lot in gas stuff, but not so much in the diesel, especially Cummins stuff. But what I want to do is I actually want to do a lot of, like, show you guys take a stock first gen and change the turbo, put an exhaust on it, do an intake, do a couple different intakes, and then I'll probably do some giveaways with intakes and some injectors and turbos and that type of stuff. Obviously, the channel has to get to a certain size before it's feasible to do that, because I'm not looking to make a bunch of money off the channel. I shouldn't say that. I would love for the channel to turn out to eventually be a source of income, but I'm not, saying, oh, well, it's going to happen next year or anything. That's unrealistic as far as I'm concerned. But what I'd like to do is do a bunch of comparison videos. But the easiest way for me to do that, like if I was to, here in town, if I was to set up a deal with somebody to use a dyno, you're probably talking, it would cost me about between $180 and $200 per time I strap to the dyno. So I would get 3 runs for 200 bucks Canadian, which is like 7 cents US. But it's a little bit more than that. It'd probably be like $150 US. But the way that I look at it is that I plan on doing like a bunch of dyno. So, and I've always wanted a dyno, so it's an excuse to buy a dyno, I guess. But I'd like to get it so that I can, I can show you guys a comparison. So if you use this intake and this, or if you buy a set of these injectors, this is what it does. You're changing your timing, this is what it does. Changing delivery valves, this is what it does. And then now you got a combo. If the combo is running too hot, I can physically show you guys on a dyno what the horsepower changes, what the temperature, EGTs wise. Obviously it's pretty hard as far as airflow goes to keep the truck cool to be able to do long extended runs unless we set up like you know, an astronomical thing, which maybe that's what we'll do, and we can do like you know, like a pull up a hill for a minute or two kind of idea. But that's my idea behind the dyno. Like I said, a few guys were asking about it, so I thought I would explain a little bit. Now another question for you guys. I realize that you know, like we're only like 800, just touch over 800 in subscribers right now, which is awesome. You know, that's honestly more than I thought from when I started to now what I would have. Obviously it would be great if I had hundreds of thousands, but everybody's going to say that, right? So but a question for you guys, if this is something you would be interested in, is if I was to set up a Cutterup Rob page on Facebook, and we could do, you know, questions, answers, that type of stuff on there. I guess it'd be just kind of like a regular Cummins page, but it would be a Cutterup Rob's page, I guess you would per se. You know, we talk, and then, you know, obviously I'll answer questions and stuff like that as much as that I can, and maybe bring in some guys that are willing to help me moderate that know quite a bit about as well, if there is some guys that are interested in doing that. But what I wanted to ask was if you guys would be interested in the guys that are there already. Obviously we would have to have at least, I would say probably 300-400 people that would be interested, at least that many, because there's going to be some guys that want stuff that don't. But setting up doing waffles on the page is what I was wondering. Basically, when I, as of right now, obviously I don't have dyno, but if you guys would be interested in, like, I can waffle off injectors, I can waffle off turbos, I can do fuel systems, we can do all kinds of stuff. We can do hats, hoodies, you know, like maybe, I don't know, banners, whatever. Like when I get that merch stuff figured out, that not really my cup of tea, but I'm working on it. For the guys that have asked, I've actually had quite a few guys comment that they would buy stuff. And actually some guys send me stuff on Instagram. So that's cool. I just, you know, it's running the business and moving everything and changing, like kind of 2021 is kind of a transformation year for me. Kind of changing a lot of things around. But if you guys would be interested in the waffle side of things, let me know. You can either message me on Instagram, that's the easiest one for me, and that's Cutterup Rob on Instagram, or you can comment down below if that's something that you guys are interested in. If not, you know, if I have to wait until we have more subscribers or more guys, that's fine. I wanted to ask, because right now the community, there's lots of us, so it'll be more interactive, I guess, as far, because you know, when it gets to a certain point, when let's say I have 50,000 subscribers, or I should say we have 50,000. I don't look at it. I look at it as a community. I'm trying to build a community of people to help everybody, and I'm looking to help you guys. Obviously, the information that I'm doing, the videos I'm doing, I'm looking to help you guys do stuff. It's not really like, there is obviously a benefit for me down the road, but right now there's no benefit for me. I'm just putting time in when it really comes down to it. But I enjoy helping people, but kind of to the point where I'm bored. The business is working, and you know, obviously makes money. I make a living off of it, but I'm bored in what the day-to-day is doing. I want to get back and building hot rods and, you know, dyno and stuff, and doing comparisons. Stuff I've always wanted to do, just was never in the position to do it per se in time. So I'd like to get back into doing that. So let me know in the comments if that's something you guys are interested in. If you're not interested in it at this point, if there's not enough interest, then we'll wait for later. But I am going to start the Facebook page. It'll be Cutterup Rob. I'm going to start it by the end of the week, but I'll let you guys know in one of the videos or whatever. And then I'll probably message a few. There's, you know, a few dozen guys that are pretty back and forth with me, so I'll let them know that they can do that. But anyways, we will. Oh, actually, I did want to show one other thing before we go.
can't remember. One of you guys emailed me this for a logo for the shop, which actually I thought was pretty cool. I emailed you back, but I haven't got a response, so I just wanted to make sure that you got my email, because actually I thought it was pretty cool. I'm just curious how we would go from that to getting it on some t-shirts or something like that. There's a few changes that I'd like to have, but you know, other than that, I thought it was pretty cool. But like I said, if you see this in the video, you can either comment, message me on Instagram. Instagram is a really easy one for me. If you can do that, and let me know. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching. I appreciate the subscribers. I appreciate you guys commenting, that type of stuff. And I'll keep it coming. Thanks, guys.